I'm Alfyn with JMG Real Estate, the Reyes team, and I'm here with Jeremiah and D. We're going to talk about our upcoming webinar. I'm super excited because it's going to be online. You can join in at the comfort of your own home, and we're going to just dive in a little bit of what it's going to entail and why you should join. So, for whoever doesn't know who you guys are, go ahead and briefly introduce yourself.
Yeah, my name is Jeremiah. I'm a loan officer with Guild Mortgage. So I work alongside all of these amazing people here with us, and we help go through the whole thing. We look at your loans, we look at your credit, we look at your personal finances, your goals, all the different things to make sure that you feel qualified and are qualified and ready to go make an offer.
Yeah, D.
Hi, I'm Dee. I'm with JMG Real Estate as well, Team Reyes. Let's see. Could we talk about Could we talk about what are the do's and don'ts already? Or
The
Oh, give me a
do's and
second. Yeah, if you want to dive in, we definitely can. Everyone loves to talk about what you should do, right? But not a lot of people talk about the things that you shouldn't do and reasons why you could possibly sabotage your chances with buying. So, yeah, D, if you have anything, go ahead, go right
yeah,
ahead, and
so
then we'll move to Jeremiah.
I think big thing is please do continue to save money um, and budget. Because when you actually have a mortgage, which is actually going to be higher sometimes than what you're paying for lease or rent, so continue to save your money. Um, Continue with um, managing your good credit. Don't make any big, heavy purchases. Don't sign up for new credit. Don't rack up any debt on your credit cards. Make sure they're all kind of in a very, very low balance, small balance. Um, I mean, we can we can elaborate more when we have the webinar. So, you got to come to our webinar and you're going to learn all this cool stuff. But that I just kind of wanted to be my main points for now.
Jeremiah, what do you think?
I love it. Yeah, it's true. Like the do's and don'ts are we talking about of buying a home, right? So I actually have a list called the Ten Commandments, and I have it written as "Thou shalt not." So we have a couple different things that are really important that I think a lot of people don't understand, and you touched on them, D. Like you should not, thou shalt not. Like
Mhm.
spend your credit cards or let them, get crazy, right? The idea is to keep everything as it is, approval. Thou shalt not. The first one always makes everyone laugh because it says buy a car, truck, or van unless you plan to live in that instead.
Mhm.
It does for the money you gotta save for your down payment. That's a big thing, right? And a lot of people also get really excited to go furnish the home. Like, oh my gosh, I got in contract. I'm so excited. We're gonna close in, 21 days or 2 weeks or something. And I need to get a new bed. And I need a credenza, and I need, a table and da 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 da, da, right? And so then they go and they finance it, and you can't do that, right? Because then you don't have a house to put it in. And so we like to make sure that you keep all that stuff in line as close as it is at the time that you get approved. So when you do find a home, that everything is smooth sailing, right?
Mhm.
Absolutely. Yeah. And that dream home in Reno sparks, suddenly slips away if you do the things that you shouldn't be doing. And it's those moments where you're like, I wish I knew moments, right? So if you want to be in the know, if you want to be a step forward, come to the webinar. We will explain that for you. It's only 1 hour long. And the key is education. Education first. And if you're educated, you get the valuable information that you need to do, then you are more confident with the steps that you're going to be making through the process. So, any other suggestions as to like what are some key things not to do?
Yeah, I would say don't miss the webinar.
Yeah.
It's on what, November 29th, right? Saturday after Thanksgiving, so you'll be
Yes.
full and well slept, hopefully well rested,
Yeah.
and
And well rested.
yeah, and excited to learn. I think the biggest thing that a lot of people don't pay attention to is also don't wait to get into the process, right? If your lease ends next month and you don't start looking until now, it's going to be really hard to make that happen, right? So always
Hmm.
prepare ahead of time.
Yeah.
Most definitely.
Just another teaser as well. The next big one is don't start house hunting without a game plan. So I feel like that's the first thing people do is just house hunt from the get go without having a game plan. Because honestly, if you start looking at homes, looking at Zillow, telling your realtor friend to go show you a home, that's a big waste of time. And
Mm.
time is gold, time is money. So if you'd like to go through a process that's well educated, and you're confident what your next steps are, build a game plan. And one of the big parts of it is education. So the webinar will be filled with that. It will be a jam pack with 1 hour long. It's free. So if you're anybody that wants to build in knowledge and wisdom with buying their first home, now it's the best time to sign up and do it.
Yeah.
And then while we're in the topic of house hunting, Dee, could you give us a little bit of your insights on how the market is looking right now?
So considering it being fall and we're now going into winter here, we are actually really busy in the market right now. Like Team Reyes, we're still um, we still have active clients, buyers, and sellers. Lots of listings on the market. With my clients, with my buyer clients right now, they have a lot of selection. So, and within price range, within budget. So I don't think we're slowing down in the market right now. We are actually steady, busy. So lots of availability out there. I know because I have buyers right now that are looking, and there are a variety of listings out there as well. So I just feel like there is a balance, good balance, steady balance in the market right now.
Yes. And then how about you, Jeremiah? What are you seeing right now?
I am seeing a very similar trend, right? Like we have higher inventory, right? We have homes, if they've been sitting and didn't sell during the summer, maybe they're starting to do price reductions now or come off the
Mhm.
market, right? That's a really big indicator of things changing. We also have the holidays coming up. And so a lot of people check out and they're like, I'm going to go have, like ham and pumpkin pie and a Cabernet and call it a day. And that's great, but a lot of deals are made during these coming months, right? Like the next 4 months, like November, December, January, February, are really good times to buy a house because people don't want to sell in the winter. No one likes
Mhm.
to move during the snow season, right? And
Mhm.
also when it's cold and it's not fun and there's a bunch of chaos going on with the holidays, people that are listing their homes during this time, and I don't know, maybe you guys would agree or disagree, but I feel like they have to sell, right? Like
Yep.
there's a reason that they have to move during December
Mhm.
because it's not ideal. So if you are on the fence and kind of like, do I buy a house? Do I not? What are interest rates like? Overall, rates are the best they've been in the last like 12 months almost, right? We've seen some peaks where they've been just slightly better, but overall, they're really, really good right now. So, all that to say, you've got good rates, a lot of options for homes. You got some price reductions coming soon. In the next 4 months is a really good time to buy because people are
Mhm.
wanting to sell. So they're incentivized to help you out. And also, why would you not want to come to a webinar where you can learn all about those ins and outs for free? So I think it's a great time.
Yes. Okay. So just a quick plug, like as far as like markets, since we're talking about markets, what are your takes with one market fits all? Like, we have Reno, Sparks, Fernley, we have they're different dynamics. What is your take like? Because I feel like when people just think Reno, it applies to all markets. Like, what are your thoughts on that?
Like in how it applies to different markets.
Yeah, like, are you? Because I know with different areas, right? Property tax could be different. First time home buyer programs could be different, right?
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
like each state and each market has their own little conditions, right? Like if you think and you just think of it like simply, don't overcomplicate it, right? Is what I usually tell people. So like if you are trying to buy in like the middle of nowhere, like in Wells, Nevada or something like that, right? Like the market's not going to be the same as it would be in downtown
Mm-hmm.
Reno, right? So like each little place is going to have its own nuanced stuff, and each state has their own down payment assistance programs. They have their own incentives, they have their own laws with taxes. A lot of people think Nevada is really attractive because our property taxes are not crazy, right? They're based on the age of your home, not the value of your home, right? So, like, you could have an older home that's really nice, but the taxes are pretty affordable, right? That's not how it is in every state, right? In California, it's different, just like it's different in Utah and all these kind of different. So I feel like in our market, in comparison to a lot of other places, a lot of people are coming here, right? Because we have all the jobs, we have a decent overall like way of life, right? Like we have good
Mm-hmm.
food, we're close to Tahoe, all these benefits, right? So I feel like our market in particular is experiencing something that's not always like widespread.
100%. And then also neighborhoods that have HOA don't have HOA, unique conditions that may surprise other people that they're not familiar with. So really having a strong local team makes a whole difference. Because I know I've talked to some buyers that have lenders that are from out of town, different state, don't really know what programs we have here. It makes a huge difference. You could save thousands of money by just going with someone local as well. So for anyone that's out of state that might be looking at this video at some point, having a local team matters, I feel like.
It's true. It's true. It's really important. And I feel like you guys would agree, right? Like if you work with someone that works in a call center, like it's really hard to get a deal done. And I think it's important, especially for buyers and even sellers. Like if you're accepting an offer or you're making an offer, it's important that like who is really going to be financing that transaction,
Mm-hmm.
right? Like we need to know like how all that's going to come together, and if we can't talk to those people or those people seem to be really expensive to get the deal done, then there's different ways to look at that.
Absolutely. Okay, so before we wrapped up, I know I'm super excited for the webinar, November 29th from 11 to 12, just 1 hour long. Do you guys have any final words?
What do you think, Dee?
November 29. Can we double check the time again?
11 to 12.
11 to 12. 11 to 12. 11 to 12. Please join the webinar, you guys. It's free in the comfort of your own home. You don't really have to even say anything. Just be there and listen and learn. And then maybe you can text us or call us or email us later. But be there.
Let's do it. I
Yay!
appreciate all
We're
the
excited.
time.
Yeah, we'll be adding the event link right after this live. We'll add it to this live video. Make sure to click and register. It's free. Spots are available to all since it is a webinar. No boring slides, I promise, but lots of value, lots of information. And if you or anybody you know would benefit with this, just tag them in the comments.
Okay, I hope to see you guys there.
Bye.
Yay.